between Fnatic and Power Gaming, and this will be the exciting conclusion of the C lower bracket finals for Summit 6. I'm Luminous, and you guys are joining me, and so is Tsunami. How are you doing today? Tsunami, we are casting Doto. Are you here? If you not... God damn it. God damn it, Discord.
To go.
Alright, anyways. I'll keep casting till Tsunami is back. Okay, for the viewers that are just joining us, we saw Power Gaming take Game 1 off the back of pretty big roams and Fnatic unable to get off their strategy in time. Game 2 though, we just witnessed where I think the Bounty Hunter had a big part of winning, as well as the Ohio Slaughter. Was able to, find a lot of key ganks, especially against MTR's Night Stalker, which shouldn't be the case. It looks like this game, on Game 3, we're going to see Slaughter going on to the side of MTR, or on Power Gaming, which most likely will be MTR playing it. Are we back? Are you back? Hello, hello.
10 seconds to go.
Hello.
Okay, you're back.
I'm back.
5 seconds.
Okay. You sound much softer than before.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Okay, well, speak up.
How about you turn me up?
I mean, I got you max on everything.
Really?
Yeah. Try again.
Okay, the mic is literally in my mouth.
All right. No, okay, I turned you up more.
Radiant's pick.
All right. After that technology problem, we are back, and Fnatic once again will have the Warlock Demon, who is drafting for them. Has a lot of faith on this hero. You've seen it for 2 games now. What do you think about the hero?
10 seconds to go.
That game, it had more of an impact than it did in Game 1, but I don't think that Warlock was a deciding hero by any means. I don't think there were any fights that Fatal Bonds really shone in. I didn't see any rock drops that were like canceling amazing spells or getting really long-range stuns. I mean, he's a solid hero, and Shadow Word is one of those spells that you can't really tell the effect because it's not a flashy spell. It's just healing people versus very gentle DOT that adds up very heavily once it's maxed. But I mean, my boy Jimmy has faith in it. I have faith in my boy Jimmy.
Okay. Well, I think the big difference between Game 1 and Game 2 was that Game 2, they were using the rocks offensively. And going back to that one team fight where Ohio somehow found MTR despite Nightfall, despite the gem, despite the Ags, the rock was pretty good there, as it just handily won them that team fight. And then they were kind of ahead for the rest of the game after that. So I guess don't fix what's not broke, at least from Game 2. But this time Power Gaming with the Slaughter and Ogre, so they're the one that's looking to be somewhat more aggressive and set up a couple ganks.
Yeah, I mean, is it unfair to say that both these drafts, having seen relatively the same heroes for the 3rd time, is starting to grate on me a little bit? I would like to see a little bit more creativity out of either team.
Well, to that I will say the winner of this game will go on to face Faceless in a best of 5. So get ready to see more Warlock or Ogre Magi, depending, which team wins.
Fair enough. I mean, like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Both teams have 1 game apiece, so clearly both of them did something right at one point. Now I feel that you may need to step outside your comfort zone. Now, I'm not saying you need to go support PA again, but Fnatic, I think that after Game 1, probably had a talk, probably had Jimmy not having subtitles during whatever internal debate that they were having. Hopefully they were all speaking in English. And I mean, Fnatic looked much more put together in Game 2 than they did in Game 1. And I think that if Power Gaming doesn't kind of throw a wrench into their plans, I'm liking Fnatic just based off of how the series has gone.
The Power Gaming takes out the Ursa once again. I don't remember if I saw it in Game 2, but I definitely saw it in Game 1. I wonder if that's a a hero that Raven or Mushi is particularly great at.
Either that or they have historically have trouble. It was banned in game 2 along with the Drow Ranger in the second ban phase.
Okay, so they banned it all
I was
3
curious.
games. Yeah.
Exactly. So I was curious about it as well.
Okay, well, we're not going to see it, at least for now. Maybe if Fnatic goes through against Faceless, maybe we'll see it there. But Dusa gets taken out as well. I mean, they had a good hold on Dusa, at least in the laning stage, but after that, she kind of ran wild. To me, it wasn't really the Dusa that won the game, right? Dusa did the final damage. She was the final raid boss, but it was really everyone else around the Dusa that, you know.
No, for me, it was definitely the Slardar and the Nake's bombs constantly creating pressure. I mean, Slardar's blink crushes were on point all game long. As soon as he got that early blink, I mean, early blink on Slardar makes a huge difference. Unlike in game 1, he was hampered in the offlane. He didn't get much support in the offlane, and he lost the blink dagger race to an axe. And if Slardar can't get an early farm advantage like that, it's difficult to convert into the late game because by virtue of the hero, especially with the Nakes, you need to snowball. Otherwise, your Nakes is just going to be sitting inside you all day doing nothing.
Well, we're going to see a little bit of different here from Fnatic as they pick up Sand King. Could be Ohio's hero, could be AU's heroes. I guess we have to wait and see. The one thing I do like about Power Gaming is that they do change up their draft, at least with the chorus a bit, right? Like first game we saw, what did we see first game?
What did we see first game?
It's been so
That's a
long.
great question. It has been. It's been ages. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah,
you talk about something else.
Game 2 we had PL mid, right? Like that's different. I think we had Lance playing Luna mid, or Luna safe lane, excuse me. And then DDZ was playing. What was DDZ playing? This is it's getting to me.
Yeah, I'm getting reborn right now. I'm trying to click on game 1 and it's making it download for me.
Ooh. We're gonna see a JYC Rubik. I mean, why is it so difficult? Alright, here's where you go. You go to watch tab, right?
Oh
You
God.
go to tournament,
Oh God, now it's loading the replay.
right? You go to professional, you go to summit.
No, don't do that. I did that, and that's what didn't.
So I shouldn't hit. Alright,
You
okay.
shouldn't hit watch, otherwise it's gonna
okay.
download it.
Alright.
Okay, so Power Gaming. Oh, the Luna. The Luna's.
I just said the Luna, you weren't listening. What was the
I wasn't
mid?
listening.
What was the mid?
Yeah, it was the Juggernaut.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the takeaway from all this? Why did I do all this work?
They
Oh,
play
because
different
they picked
heroes.
Unconventional cores. Yes. Okay,
Yes.
that's right.
And apparently they pick Rubik as well, but they're gonna be up against an Elder Titan. That's gonna be AU hero. We're gonna see Ohio playing offlane Sand King, most likely. So could be a Juggernaut by Mushi. Could be Raven playing it.
What do you think about Rubik this early in the picking phase?
So whenever you see Rubik third or fourth or maybe even second, that just means that there is a Rubik player on the team, because it's a general hero that's a blanket pick that's not great, but that's not bad. But Rubik, to me, his power doubles when you have a good Rubik player, and
Yeah,
you could always pick
definitely a
him.
comfort hero.
Yeah.
Definitely one that you need to be like signature on the hero with how he is in the current meta and how his balance is right now. I definitely agree.
Yeah. So in terms of the steals that he gets Blade Fury whenever he wants, and if the Juggernaut is not on his point, he gets Omni Slash. And imagine getting level 2 Omni Slash on a smoke gank. Like, you just kill. Sand King Burrow Strike is great. Don't think about stealing Warlock ult. That should not happen. But if it does, be pretty good for your team as well. Elder Titan's kit is terrible to steal, apart from his ult, but you generally don't get his ult either, so.
Yeah, Elder Titan getting picked after the Rubik pick, I think, is a good call by Fnatic. They haven't run it at all this series, but the synergy, especially with hopefully upheaval, but even just the golem drop itself is very advantageous for an Elder Titan. And same thing with Sand King in these Epicenter as well. But Drow Ranger, she feels a bit vulnerable against Fnatic's draft.
I think this pick is terrible. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I don't like this
Yeah.
pick at all. Juggernaut could get up to your face with a blink. Sand King will get up to your face. You got the Warlock ult that could mess you up pretty hard. And last but not least, Natural Order. You have nothing but agility, so you have nothing but base armor. So you have no armor against Elder Titan. You're walking
Exactly.
out there naked.
And as much as I'm sure Toby would enjoy that.
Yeah, I was
in-
actually gonna say that, but you beat
in
me.
a competitive
Yeah.
match, in a competitive setting, you really don't like having to pick Drow into an Elder Titan, and so I'm surprised by this pick as well. Natural Order is going to wreak havoc on power gaming because, I mean, also in the laning phase, Ogre has tons of armor, but I mean, Natural Order reduces 40% of it just with one level, so I am surprised that they went for this. I guess she's going to be okay in lane because Sand King, you know, he can't really pull off Sandstorm shenanigans. Caustic Finale is not going to be a concern for Drow, but I feel if you want to go for a Drow strat, you pick more ranged heroes. And so far, just a Rubik. I mean, maybe it's a mid Rubik. Who knows?
I hope not. I mean,
I mean, they don't have. Fnatic doesn't have. I mean, like mid Rubik is fine against Jug, right?
I'm all for unconventional course, but you could get mid Rubik's far on a support Rubik if you don't die.
I find that unlikely.
I mean, you don't get the same level of farm, but you get the same level of effectiveness for the most part.
I mean, with a Drow Ranger buffing up Rubik's damage, I've seen it
Look,
work.
Just pick a,
in pub games.
you know, a Storm or Invoker. There you go.
Invoker.
There you go. All right.
Storm was banned, and so Invoker, I think, I mean, definitely is going to work well with the Drow aura. Do you think it's going to be a QW Invoker or a QE Invoker?
I think with so much setup on your team, you should go for Exort build. Rubik Lift, Ogre Stun, Slaughter Stun, like every one of those connects into a Sunstrike. And of course, you're going to be going for Tower Sieging anyway, so having double Force Spirit is going to be the bee's knees, right? It will surprise me greatly if it's not a Exort Invoker.
Yeah, I agree. With Forge Spirit synergy with Precision Aura, I think that's the only way to go. But Fnatic has relatively good anti-push with Elder Titan, so I'm curious. I would like to see a mid. Yeah, so Templar Assassin.
Mushi TA. When is the last time we've seen that? I am pumped.
It's been ages, an eternity, and I don't think TA has been seeing that much pro play in general either.
Yeah. I mean, it's great this game. You get Natural Order to put them at 0 armor, at least Drow Ranger, and then you be sideblading them pretty hard with the Melstrike. I like it, I like it. The only thing that he's going to have trouble with is the fact that Force Spirits are generally okay against TA. It comes
Force
down...
Spirits and Ignite might be a bit of an issue, but she can kind of meld dodge to disjoint it.
Yep.
But in the laning phase, if Ogre decides to commit heavily to shutting down TA, she's going to have a lot of issues.
Yeah, you come in with a Sentry, you just Ignite her up when you're going for the kill. Ignite plus Cold Snap is pretty big as well. And it looks like it's going to be Mosin actually playing the Rubik. JYC on the Ogre Magi. We got mid lane DDZ on that Invoker. MT on Slaughter. And last but not least, Lance playing Drow Ranger. Meanwhile, on the side of Fnatic, Demon on Warlock once again. Mushi on the Templar Assassin. Ohio on offlane Sand King. Raven playing Juggernaut Carry. And then we got AU playing Elder Titan.
Demon definitely loves Warlock. I mean, it's a solid hero, but like of all the heroes to count as like a signature and one that you're like, this is the hero, this is the anchor of our series, I would have never guessed that Warlock reaches that status. So hopefully Demon knows what he's getting himself into, because it seems that Fnatic has opted for comfort heroes in this draft, like Mushi on the TA, Demon on his Warlock. So hopefully, you know, Fnatic hasn't gotten a little bit cocky with their picks.
I mean, isn't the meme these days is that Jimmy plays 3 heroes or something?
I believe so. The target for that meme rotates so much. If Bulldog was around to play a few more games, then I'm sure he would still hold that throne.
Okay. Alright, we got the early game warding happening. Looks like nobody really runs into each other except MTR and Raven, but no wards are had at this point in the game. Does Ogre have them sentries? He does not, but he does have the Orb of Venom, so more dots.
Well, more dots. Orb of Venom is really good against TA because it actually goes through her refraction. So if you right-click her, it'll break her Blink Dagger without taking off refraction charges.
Okay. Sorry.
And I'm curious if TA is actually going to go for a Blink Dagger or is just going to go for something like a Deso first, and because I mean TA, I've even heard Dragonlance be relatively strong on her.
Yeah, you know, this is where I wish I have a little bit more TA knowledge, because TA experts will tell you that, you know, it really depends on the matchup and whatnot. against Invoker. I don't know what item you're supposed to be going for, but I assume Mushi does. We're gonna have to.
I would feel that against a Drow Ranger, a Blink Dagger could go a long way,
Yeah.
especially because her team can, follow up pretty easily. Sand King
But-
probably gonna get a Blink Dagger, upheaval from Warlock.
But more so on the order, like when do you go to Blink? Do you go at first?
Right.
Do you go for the Deso first? Do you go for the Dragonlance first? That kind of stuff.
I guess it may depend on how much AU is gonna put time into stacking the Ancients for Mushi. I imagine it's probably gonna be either him or Ohio on the Sand King, constantly making the journey over to the Ancients. And Mushi's gonna need protection because JYC is making that investment to hassle him early on with Ignite.
This is a big investment because of the Orb of Venom. Normally you don't see it on Ogre because he's already so good with the Ignite. Hasn't actually got off a right click on Mushi at the very least. Meanwhile, we do have AU up to some no good. Is he just stacking it onto?
I think he's just gathering damage, right?
Yeah, and he's actually running over to the
Yeah.
dude. It's gonna come back with a bunch of damage.
He's
And
gonna punch. the hell out of
Mosin might just like, I don't want to say die, but ooh,
Holy shit. Whenever those red numbers come out in the first few minutes of the game, usually it's an Undying who's stolen a ton of strength. To have that on a fully equipped hero is pretty great.
yeah, 1 minute into the game. Sometimes it comes out on the double damage.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I think this is a good laning arrangement from Fnatic to dual lane, off lane right now. Both these heroes do well at rotating into the mid lane, so it's okay to spend most of your time laning together as opposed to just roaming mindlessly.
Well, Mushi should be used to it by now, but once again, he's gonna get absolutely shut down by the dueling that he's getting. I'm surprised that there's no Ignite Cold Snap just going right on him.
They don't have a sentry ward, and I guess they don't know. Well, I guess they could know that he doesn't have any points in melt because he's obviously putting refraction up and he's obviously spilling as well. So
Right.
you don't need the sentry ward. But instead, Ogre is going to go for this bot rune, take the invis out from under AU, and he might venture bot now.
Or
That
just
was
go
going
back mid.
good.
And Mushi, seeing that Invis being taken, can't actually lane anymore. I mean, he's gonna be able to go next to his tower, but apart from that, ain't great.
And the same thing is happening that we saw last match from Demon and Raven, that Demon doesn't really, he's just interested in getting these pole camp farms, and he's going to get the experience from there. It's okay if he doesn't really have to hassle Slardar that much. He just wants to, well, unless the pull gets interrupted like this, but he's not interested in roaming around. He's not interested in helping out Mushi mid. He's just a very selfish, but, he has the right mind as a support player.
Well, the thing is, for Fnatic, they've been playing this style, it seems like game after game after game. Just a very passive laning style. You don't ever see Demon make that rotation. AU stacking the camp. I wonder if he's stacking it simply for his...
I think that's what it is. He's mainly interested in getting this Astral Spirit buff, and so he's just making it walk over as many units as possible.
Okay. Definitely the first time I've seen a support purposely stacking for the enemy jungle, and it's gonna come back to bite him though, because the Radiant is definitely very good at ticking those jungle stack. Although Templar Assassin could come in later and just kind of snatch it.
Yeah, that's also true. And right now, I think that AU is, well, he's really being very irritating to JYC. The Ogre I felt was doing fine mid. I mean, it does kind of suck as an invoker to have someone stealing your experience like that. But, I mean, TA is worth the investment. Medusa last game was kind of tricky because Medusa can recover a lot easier than a TA can, I think.
I mean, if you look at just the experience bar, Invoker's actually ahead of TA's experience. So, despite the Ogre being there, he's doing enough zoning against the TA that it's at least making it worth. JYC will find himself a haste, and Demon, well, he's gonna get ignited. Orb of Venom as well, and look at the 200 movement speed of Demon. Sunstrike is gonna hit here, and Demon might have to suicide to these walls. We're gonna need some lucky crits. Lucky crits, lucky crits. No crits whatsoever. Now he draws aggro, and now Demon redraws aggro. Ignite's gonna get applied here, and JYC grabs the most clowny first blood ever. Classic Jimmy stuff. Unfortunately, not working for him there.
It's not often that you wish that a heal would not heal you as much. It was like net zero how much he was healing and how much the Alpha Wolves were damaging
And I
him.
don't think he ever
was
crit.
hoping for a crit.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think there was
I know.
ever a crit. It was just... Anyways. Let's check out how we're doing on the top lane. Slaughter got 9 CS compared to Sand who's got 13, so yeah, pretty much a wash. For I guess heroes like these, it just comes down to Blink Dagger timing.
I hope that Sand King does go for a Blink Dagger first. I don't think that like something like a Veil would be very useful this game, even though it does synergize well with a few of Fnatic's heroes. I think that the positioning that a Blink Dagger can give you against a Drow Ranger is too good to pass up.
What about something like Arcane Boots?
He doesn't seem to. I mean, he actually got 2 points in Sandstorm as opposed to 2 points in Burrow Strike, and so he seems like he's interested in using Sandstorm. Possibly, maybe he's gonna go take that stacked camp that Elder Titan was stacking up. So we'll see. I don't think he needs the Arcane Boots unless he plans on helping AU spam this Drow out in lane.
Or if he's looking to, let's say, go for a Burrow Strike Epicenter combo. It is pretty big, tight on your mana pool. They do gust him up, and here comes JYC Ignite. It's going to get dodged by Sandstorm. You can see that Power Gaming really looking to get some kills in the safe lane, but really unfortunate and not connecting it. I'm surprised Mushi just didn't go for the stack right now. It's normally a very common pattern. You go for the stack on the Ancients, and you just grab the Rune as it spawns.
Yeah, especially if it's an Invoker mid who you know isn't going to really contest the Rune, and Elder Titan was protecting it as well, but didn't go for the stack, which maybe is a signal that he's going to go for something like a Blink Dagger first as opposed to a Desolator.
Yeah, you still want to go to the first stack regardless of what item you go for. I guess he's just afraid the Ogre might come swinging around and taking the Rune as well. But Mushi, in terms of the mid lane, is getting out CS'd, which, to no surprise, is mostly due to the Ogre. Speaking of the Ogre, look, he just tanks 4 tower shots, gets off an Ignite, and just runs by. No
Casual
problem.
10 armor.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Alright.
Drow Ranger is going relatively fine considering that she's having to deal with the Sand King, which I'm still very, curious about this 2 points in Sandstorm deal because especially against a Drow Ranger, Gust, Telekinesis, all that stuff, you want to create as much distance either towards the target or away from the target, but he's just going to sit around and, I mean, yeah, like Lance has a ground targeted silence. I don't know what he's planning to do, Ohio, with these Sandstorms in the middle of the lane. Now he's going to TP top.
Demon in a lot of trouble.
Sunstrike.
They do get the kill, but looks like
goes
MTR
down
will
and
die.
Fatal Bonds.
Well, bonded to nothing else, right? Omni Slash is not available. He can pop the Mango anytime he wants. Mango for a kill? I'll take it, but I think he wants to get it without even using the Mango, just simply with a right click. Yeah, okay.
Cuts in, Jimmy dies, but gets a Slaughter and an Ogre kill to boot, and it's going to be on Raven, who, with a Juggernaut getting an easy start, is going to be a big problem for someone like a Drow Ranger.
Yep. And I hope he goes for like the Yasha Blink build. Oh, meanwhile, it looks like Elder Titan got picked off by simply just a lift and a couple of right clicks. Looks like we have Rubik approach.
Sand King can stay in the lane by himself, but Elder Titan can't really stay in the lane by himself unless he just wants to try to get last hits with Astral. The problem is that now that everyone's dead, this bot tower is going to take some damage. They have to use the glyph.
Alright, JYC pops the shortest smoke ever, got immediately cancelled. Looks like he was looking to ward the Ancient, but he will see that not much stack has been going on at all, so... Okay, Mushi's going to force JYC into taking the Rune. JYC finally taking the Rune. Oh my god.
Mushi has a Blightstone, but he doesn't have any points in Meld, so he can't really go aggressive on anyone like an Ogre quite yet.
Yeah. I mean, you'll get the Blightstone regardless, just for the lane, because your physical harass is such a big part of your lane control. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Ohio gets a good Burrow Strike out. Looks like he has upgraded into his Tranquil Boots. Ohio applying that Caustic Finale onto Mosin, and we're going to see some ports being forced out.
Stomp up on JYC.
And he's gone. Alright. Good luck with that.
Ohio actually skipped Epicenter, went for 3 points in Burrow Strike on his 6th skill point, and that was a really good Burrow Strike that he got on both the Ogre and the Rubik, I believe, but right now it seems, like I said, he's more interested in the positioning that a Burrow Strike can offer him, and the Healing Ward instantly dies.
That was absolutely hilarious. Looks like he's, instead of going for the blink, he's getting a lot of these basic items. You know, the Stout Shield, the fully upgraded Magic Wand, back to a Windlace. I don't know. We talked about the
Top
importance.
Lane, Jimmy, Sunstrike, dead.
Yep. Meanwhile, that's happening. Mid lane's being pressured as well as Lance has moved there. And Tier 1 tower likely not going to go down here. The trap's going to fly out against Lance, but they should be fine.
Precision Ore is up and running again. The Forge Spirit dies, but he can resummon it in 10 seconds. They're gonna go for a push on this. Nice silence, and Ohio's gonna get lifted, dragged back in, but the stomp cancels anything of Lance escaping. Ohio gonna go in, and Lance is dead.
You know, when I saw Jimmy porting in, I thought he had Rock, but he's only level 4. Now Mushi's on the chase. He's got Trap at the...
Trap.
Okay, well now Mushi's going to fight the Sunstrike on top of himself. Only going to hit AU. The Force Spirit doing a lot of work on AU. AU will die to the Force Spirits. Now focusing on Demon. Great force here by Mushi to make sure they get the kill. So in the span of 30 seconds, they kill both the mid and safe lane cores of Power. So off to a pretty good game here.
That is a huge setback for Power Gaming. I don't really know why Drow felt like showing up. I mean, she lost her tier 1 bot, but I feel like you go top where Jimmy is, you know, just having a hell of a time.
Yeah. Try to get the Fatal Bond off. And I think this is the reason why you don't see Jimmy looking to make plays early on. Because Warlock's just not a hero that can kind of brawl with the likes of Ogre, Slaughter. You just want to get that level 6, because before he gets level 6, he's actually not a hero, right?
I mean, like, Shadow Word is good harass if you have the mana to spam it, and I do think that Upheaval is really good, especially, bot lane, Raven.
Okay,
silenced.
Raven walks in thinking of the Omni Slash, but he needs to get out now as Raven. The right clicks from Lance is legit.
He does have the Yasha. I would like to see the Blink follow-up on Raven, because I think that would be... He's going to get it faster than anyone else on his team, that's for sure. And Drow Ranger, I mean, she did die in that fight mid, but she's going to start taking towers. So far, all tier 1s of Fnatic are up, and that's not going to happen for long against an Invoker, Rubik, and Drow Ranger.
Drow finds that little nice stack that AU has set up for him. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess she didn't get it in the end. Lance has 900 gold, does buy the Morbid Mask, so... Oh no, actually, buys an Ogre Club, so it's gonna be her Dragonlance first, yeah.
Oh my god, DDZ is gonna die to the Forge Spirits? The Fatal Bond did so much work on him.
I think it was mostly the creep wave that he was going to that did all the damage.
I guess he wasn't close to dying at all. Meanwhile, Lance has now gone up top to get the tower. Meanwhile, they might get AU as well here. MTR goes in, the Sunstrike. Bang. Gonna be the easy kill. They get the tower as well.
And Drow Ranger actually gets the kill. So, oh no, sorry. Drow Ranger got the tower kill. Never mind. Closer and closer to that Dragonlance. I don't know if she's gonna go for a Pike straight or go for Lifesteal now.
I think because there is a, you know, TA as well as a Juggernaut that can get up to your face, I think the Pike has a lot of value in this game. So, I would go for it.
Oh wow. Sand King. Oh my gosh.
Random Sunstrike into the fountain?
What a Sunstrike right here. That's game sense. Oh, okay. It may have been. Wait, was a scan used? No, I don't even think a scan was used.
Well,
I saw a sick play on Reddit where I don't remember which player it was, but they scanned as an Invoker. As soon as it turned red, they went for the Sunstrike in the enemy fountain. It was brilliant, masterfully done.
Oh my god.
Denied by Demon.
Demon denies over like 100 damage on the backline. MTR comes out nowhere with the Blink Dagger, the Meteor, the Meatball onto Mushi. Mushi will go down. Omni Slash not hitting much because there's so many creeps around. And now Moses steals a spin. Will spin on spin action. He will be fine, but I say that though, the clap is not gonna hit Moses. Jukes to the right, the Gus and the Rock both dropping, and now MTR on the backline kills Raven. He's now focusing on AU. The Bloodlust going on AU as well. Ooh, he's trying to juke through the trees. AU will go down thanks to the vision being granted by JYC. At the end of that big exchange, Rock was committed, but it was a 3-1 in favor of Power Gaming. And the net worth graph will show that as well.
Okay, was MTR a participant in the scandal that doesn't have a majority of Power Gaming competing in Valve events?
I don't know.
If so, that's a damn shame. Oh my god, silence on Ohio, he's dead.
Yeah, but can they get some in return? Mosen spins again. Looks like they will get at this tower as well. You're saying he's too good for this team.
I'm saying MTR, like, literally every single time this dude gets a Blink Dagger, he does work, like, immediately after. It's like, his power spiking, like, he recognizes it so well, and his team offers him such good positioning that he's able to take advantage of it, and now they're going in for Roche. This dude does work on Slardar.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he's been doing work before that, setting up a ton of Sunstrike kills on the top lane, but can they get this Roche on time is the question. They are hitting it quite hard, but the rotation is coming in from Fnatic. Now, keep in mind, they don't have Rock. They do have the trap, seeing how low Roche is. And DDZ will take it. Meanwhile, on the back line here, okay, they do get the Earth Splitter off against Lance. Mozen will be looking to try to steal that one. Mushi comes in, blinks forward, and he actually misses the Metal Strike. He gets gusted back. Ohio on the back line, 3-man stun though, but Mushi taking so much damage. Mushi will just go down. MTR looking for the stun, misses it because Raven spins. On the left side, Demon gets lifted into the Invoker. Demon will be dead. Ohio, oh, nice 2-man Burrow Strike. Again, coming in the stun is MTR. He will survive, sprints out of there. Raven looking for the Omni in a couple seconds, but he will not be able to get it in time. Demon in the trees once again. Uh-oh, can he get off the crush? Yes, MTR will. He finds a retreating kill at the end of that chaotic fight. Another 3-1. Actually 3-2 because DDZ had the Aegis and lost it. But once again, a very favorable fight for Power Gaming.
I'm really surprised that Fnatic opted to go for that fight. They missed the Earth Splitter. I mean, they got the Drow Ranger, but it just kind of damaged her. And then Mushi went in for the Blink Strike, and I guess Radiant Team must have had vision for it because that was a great timing on the silence from Drow Ranger. And Mushi did land the Meld Strike, but after he got pushed back by the Gust, he couldn't deal any more damage to Lance. And Lance didn't have the Aegis and did end up dying in that fight, but they lost so much that I'm surprised that Fnatic would fight into an Aegis like that. And now, Sand King getting Sunstrike again, MTR constantly setting stuff up.
Yep, blink straight into him. Did not get the Lucky Bash to cancel the TP, but Mozen was there. Just simply walked there and was able to get the lift to cancel the TP. Yeah, I'm looking at Ohio's items, and I don't see a blink. I can't help but feel that if he hasn't gone for the fully upgraded wand, if he hasn't went for the Windlace, he might have had it by now if he just spent a little bit more time in farm.
I agree. I don't know why he was more interested in going for sustain, I suppose you could call it, because the full Tranquil Boots, Windlace... I guess the Windlace is excusable if you want to go for roaming, but the Stout Shield didn't seem entirely necessary, especially since he had, like, Elder Titan around.
In lane is good against blocking Rubik's right clicks, so I get that one. It's just more of like, I get getting like a Stout Shield or a Windlace, but the fact that he got all of these is just, yeah, adds up to a lot. And now they're gonna set up a smoke angle, a very awkward angle. They definitely need to commit that rock. Okay, Mushi go on the high ground. The trap's gonna fly out. DDZ moving super fast.
Has a haste drone who just timed out right now. It's really unfortunate timing from Mushi.
Well, at least they did not commit the rock. JYC goes
crush
up
in on the Mushi, but he goes invis.
Okay.
Into the meld, but he's gonna get out.
This is not looking good, and to remind the viewers, this is the final game here for the C qualifiers, lower bracket final. If Fnatic lose this game, they are out. And they are losing right now. Almost a 10k net worth.
Lance has his Hurricane Pike completed. MTR leading the charge in this smoke gank. Not gonna find. It gets popped by Mushi, but he TP's out. Whew. Good idea to go for the Blink Crush. Mushi wisely TP's out.
Well, Lance will farm the camp. And they're just assuming full map control at this point.
I'll take that.
Mushi just hasn't been able to find, so the reason I was so curious about what his first item would be is because first item on TA controls her tempo heavily.
Yep.
Whenever it's something like a Desolator, then you can kind of mindlessly farm, go for ancient stacks, go for the jungle, go for lane creeps. It's okay if you don't get kills, but if you get a Blink Dagger first, you're really banking on the fact that Power Gaming is going to be out of position, the Drow Ranger is going to be vulnerable, and you're going to be able to get early kills, but Mushi hasn't found anything with this Blink Dagger yet.
It's the same reason that you see Storm going for a farming item first, like a Bloodstone, instead of the Orchid. In order to make that Orchid work, you need to get like multiple kills. And same thing here, Mushi hasn't got anything close to that.
Oh no, he doesn't even kill the Ancient that he was working on. Still alive. 15 HP. Unfortunate.
Dude, it blocks the camp, blocks the spawn.
Okay, that's true.
Next level, dude. Yeah.
Was it? You didn't. I mean, you'd finish it off afterwards. Maybe they're gonna go finish off Lance instead. Rockets dropped. Omni slash Hurricane.
Oh,
the Gust!
Get out of here! He's gonna be fine. He lays off a couple of arrows, and here comes CDZ. He's gonna go for Jimmy. He does have the Yules. Oh, Blink Crush by MTR. Sunstrike immediately. They will get the kill. They will not. And here comes Ohio. The Blink Dagger is on point, and nice recovery here by Fnatic. Long Earth Splitter hits absolutely nobody. It looks like
Lance gonna do some sieging from the high ground though. He gets one kill. He's gonna go for another. He has his Hurricane Pike up. He could push someone.
Meanwhile, Mozen steals Sandstorm, but he now gets caught here, and Mushi will get the kill. pretty kind of aggressive play here. Now JYC's on the low ground as well. Mushi's going to find himself multiple kills. The Blink Dagger really paying for itself, at least here. Right click's coming through. Nice dodge of that Ignite here. JYC still very tanky. The clap will not hit. They need more traps. And the TP out. He won't make it home, I think. Oh! Wow. Alright. That's good.
So did anyone on Fnatic die, or no?
Nobody died.
Okay, so they were able to kill a Drow Ranger and a Slardar with... okay, so the Omni Slash was used on the Drow Ranger. She just gusted everyone back. But after that, I guess Power Gaming thought that they were strong enough to re-engage.
Yep.
Omni Slash was down. But Fnatic just had such good positioning. The Blink Dagger reveal on Sand King, I mean, you can see how big of a difference it made with the Epicenter. Had he gotten it earlier, maybe Ohio's earlier fights would have gone a little bit more in Fnatic's favor, but he has it now, and I think Fnatic is definitely going to start making more and more movement around the map.
I mean, Mushi should be able to blink out. Oh, blink on cooldown, and now it's... he should be fine. That shield protecting the blink. It was the Omni Slash and the Rock committed for the draw, and they still didn't kill
That's
her.
right.
And,
both.
you know, for Power Gaming, you see those two big ults down, you're like, yeah, let's go. But Ohio suddenly out of nowhere. And also, I think a big part of that is AU. Just the constant collapse are super annoying to deal against. He is only level 7.
The Earth Splitter didn't do very much that fight. I don't even think it connected on the Invoker, who it was closest to. But, I mean, it just, this Astral Spirit, both the Stomps and the Aura are just so devastating against Power Gaming's lineup.
So I heard you like Blink Daggers, Tsunami. DDZ's got one on Invoker.
Okay, well that one I'm okay with, because right now Power Gaming, even though they lost that fight, they're still in the lead. I'm okay with Blink Daggers, especially on heroes like Invoker, whenever you're in a position of power.
Mushi just blinked, and he needs to walk away. His shield is dropping fast. Out of nowhere, Lance and MTR comes in. These boys are like sharks, man. And Mushi is their blood. They just go.
Crawling in the waters, and now DDZ, he's so mobile. Buell's, BOT's, Drum. This dude has move speed like crazy without any 1 point in Wex, really. And now I think that this tier 2 of Fnatic is going to be going down very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is Dota in a nutshell, right? And I don't mean it in any kind of negative fashion. Like, you see players really opting for playmaking items, like blinks, instead of farming-oriented items.
DDZ about to make a play on AU, I think. He has
a pretty deep blink, man.
That is a very deep blink,
yeah.
Especially because he's in deep territory right now. He sees Demon with this Observer Ward, and he's gonna get the kill with that Blink Dagger.
Yep, immediate poured out. Meanwhile, top, we're gonna see more sieging happening here.
Oh my God, Ohio is like hugging Slardar.
Okay, they blink out, and it's time to go. They don't have Invoker here. They can't take any extended long fights.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Invoker didn't BOT top to a creep wave, but it's possible that he just mashed the TP as soon as he got that kill, didn't want to have to target anything. And I mean, the kill on Demon, you never expect this ward near the Dire Ancients area. No one ever sees that coming. And so Demon just got very, very unlucky, and smart play on DDZ to go for that kill.
That ward's super hard to actually drop, like, undetected. Because you have to go so deep into the jungle to do so.
Yeah, they had planted it a lot earlier on, whenever they were kind of seeing what Mushi was up to in the Ancients area.
Right. Okay, well...
Mushi does have his Desolator completed now, so hopefully he's able to farm even if his ganks aren't working out with his Blink Dagger. But, I mean, now that Ohio has his Blink Dagger, he can go on ganking adventures, the two of them.
Yeah. And more so, I think he could actually go for more solo kills than before. Like, before he kind of needed a teammate stun to allow him to do damage. Right now, if he finds Mosin in the jungle alone, that's a kill. So, Mosin in particular has to be watching out for it. DDZ sees...
Well, Mosin does have a Force Staff, though. And they're gonna go for the smoke attempt.
Okay, it's gonna be a big one. They see AU on the backline. Raven's waiting as well. Lance goes forward with his Shadow Blade. Sees Raven. No, they go south. It's gonna be a two-man crush into two-man Gus. Back and forth they go between Gus as well as... oh, nice pushback here. Meanwhile, Omni Slash, that's gonna be tanked by the whole team. JYC tanking most of it. Stolen spin as Mosin now spins right back. Lance is actually going to just accept his face, going to go down. The Illusion just kills the Rubik on the backline. DZ trying to clean up. 3 for 2.
Demon getting hemmed in by these Forge Spirits.
Oh,
the summons
God.
are fighting each other. If he gets vision for a Sunstrike...
It's going to miss.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Raven.
DDZ's still here. He wants to... I mean, he's very strong, and Omni Slash is down, and 3 members of Fnatic are dead. Or now 2 members, but... DBZ is so fast, so mobile right now that they're so difficult for anyone on Fnatic to catch him. The only two Blink Daggers that can stop him are TA and Sand King, and even TA can't do very much.
Yep, DDZ will finish at Ags. I didn't think he will finish it this fast, but since the Blink picked up, he has gotten multiple kills and helps you get Ags when you get 3-4 kills in between. I wonder if Power Gaming is gonna be looking to make a big play now. Smoke for the Roche, look for a gank, anything of that nature, because Rock is down, Omni is down, and you got Ags on the Invoker, which turns him into a true wizard, really.
Yeah, and a lot of other positioning items. Like I said, Rubik has a Force Staff, Slardar has a Force Staff, Ogre has a Force Staff, Drow Ranger has a Hurricane Pike. There is so much mobility that even if any one of the heroes that Fnatic can burrow strike or stomp, they're gonna get shoved out by 1,200 units as soon as any one of those CCs gets laid.
Yep. But even though, with all those Force Staffs and whatnot, we do see both the Drow and the Rubik dying to the Omni Slash, in the previous engagement. So they still have quite a bit of damage on the side of Fnatic, and quite a bit of gap close with the Blink Dagger on the TA as well. I mean, it just comes down to jump, right? If Fnatic gets a jump, I think they have so much explosive firepower, they can just actually melt Power Gaming. But it's Power Gaming that has the more mobility items and the better opportunities.
Yeah, it's definitely dependent on who finds who first. That fight, the two-man Crush and the two-man Gust just immediately eliminated Fnatic's initiation power, because if Elder Titan and Sand King aren't alive, then you can't go face first as a TA. She got really lucky with the Omni Slash from Juggernaut, but you can't rely on that every single time. And Raven does have a Blink Dagger, so he could get slightly better positioning with his Omni Slashes and, even use it to escape, but still.
Alright, we're gonna see the Roche dropping real fast. Trap is kind of scouting some of this out, but the Trap is also scouting out that they were way too late. Lance gets the Aegis. Now they're gonna be home just fine. But Fnatic does not give up the smoke gank. They want to do the big wraparound. But guess what? MTR breaks the smoke! And he's in the perfect position. He needs to get out, and he does! He's actually... Can we call him the M-God? I know Mushi's in the game, but he's actually the M-God.
We can call him the Shanice God. What is the second half of his name?
That's his girlfriend's name.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he's doing her proud because these plays are pretty Shanice, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay, that is Shanice Mosin, though. In a lot of trouble. Whoa! Look at him go! He's taking a bus! And that is the express train. He's out of there. Meanwhile, Demon on the left side wishes he's out of this team because he's getting blown up. I'm just kidding, man. That was me. Meanwhile, Raven in a lot of trouble as well, but he's silenced up. All the clap, though, it's going to hit a lot of people. Ohio being focused. DDZ on the backline doing so much work. Ohio will get chopped down. Gems are hitting the net from right. JYC is going to go down to the Omni Slash. Meanwhile, you can see that Mushi is going to go down to the Forge Spirits. Lance cleaning it on the front line. Nice blink away, and Raven will blink out. But at the end of the day, that was a 2-for-4 exchange. And both Lance as well as DDZ is alive, and they are going.
I feel like I'm watching a game of Hardcore Ninja with all of these Force Staff repositions. Stomp was completely made irrelevant, aside from the fact that Rubik had to fall asleep and he died, but Drow Ranger got out fine. Elder Titan's Earth Splitter did not connect on anyone because so much repositioning. Now Lance going in onto Raven, Crush lands. Rock is dropped though, so Lance is going to be in a bit of a trouble here.
Oh, but Mushi goes right into a tornado as he buys back. Lance in a lot of trouble. Do they have True Sight? Yes, they do. Look at the spill damage. Raven in a lot of trouble as well. DDZ going for the right click. He's a wizard man now as he's punching hard. DDZ goes into Ghost Walk, but I don't think he's done. I think he wants to fight again because DDZ wants to fight. Just kidding. He's out and he's gone. Ohio unable to connect. Forced a couple of buybacks. Did get the melee racks, so they're still looking pretty good.
It was basically a buyback trade-off. Earlier, Slardar had bought back, and so TA, I guess, returned the favor with that Rax defense. They lost the melee Rax, they lost the tier 3, so really they didn't get very much aside from a Drow Ranger kill, but you can't just let Power Gaming take a Rax for free like that.
Okay. I mean, they tried everything, right? They even bought back a Mushi.
Yeah, they did.
Who has a gem on him now, so... We'll make sniping the Invoker a little bit easier, as well as the Drow Ranger. Lincoln Sphere being worked on here by the Invoker. Makes sense, right? He's really gonna only die to... Well, actually, there's actually not much single that's blocking. It's really blocking just the Burrow Strike.
Yeah.
And maybe Omni if he gets pretty lucky there.
Something like a Lotus Orb may have been a little bit better. I think they could purge off quite a few things, but I mean, DDZ could honestly build like a Dagon and things would still be fine for him.
Alright, DDZ. Now sieging the buildings. Meanwhile, his team is not really with there. Lance and Mosin cleaning up a camp.
Yeah,
I guess.
I don't know why Drow isn't pressing E to speed this push up, but I guess it happens so fast anyway that who cares?
So if you're power gaming, I guess you kind of just reset, wait for opportunity for a pick, or do you just go?
I think they can wait. I mean, they have bot lane demon.
Just say it's a
Rip.
winning streak.
Oh, I guess I should just follow DDZ, right? Like,
That's the plan, really. Every
Yeah.
single time his BOT is on cooldown, you keep your eyes on him.
yeah, he's got Ghost Walk invoked, so time to go. I think I've seen it with the illusions, maybe. Oh, they see Mushi. He's got Hurricane Pike.
DDZ.
He's got
Yeah, but
Blink.
this is a big flank.
Oh, the
This a
crush
big
is gonna
crush.
get him. Can he force himself out of there? DZZ's already waiting. Cold stab, the right clicks. Oh, the Ghost is gonna be good. It blocks with the Lincoln Sphere. DDZ yields himself up in the air, and his team is already here. Earthsplit hit that time, but not able to get the kill. DDZ dropping really low, and somehow all they lost was Mushi out of that one. Burrow Strike here against Lance.
But immediate force staff both ways.
Well, he
One to
dodged.
get out of the burrow strike, one to get out of the stomp.
It is so funny to watch this. And now Lance? Are they gonna just keep sieging? Yes, they are. Ohio? Not gonna get the stun connected that time.
Lance has
MTR.
been so on point with these ghosts. It's so difficult for Fnatic to feel like they can go in because silences hurt big time against all of their heroes.
You know, I swear I've never seen a Draw Ranger be this fast and agile. Oh, that force stab was not good, but the rock, that was good. Lance taking a ton of damage. She will go down to tower shot, and now this is Fnatic's fight. They get one kill immediately. They want to get one more, but you use your gusto, and now Ohio gets lifted up. Crush the meteor combo. He's dead. Beyond godlike DDZ. Demon is still standing there in the base, saying, why is nobody coming into my upheaval? Now DDZ will gladly push without his Drow buddy. That's pretty ballsy. In fact, DDZ walking towards the enemy base, unafraid of anything.
This dude is playing like he has an Aegis, and he may get punished for it, but he's just so fast that no one
He's
can catch him. Like I
522.
said,
Bloodlust.
only 2 blink daggers.
Okay, buyback from the Sand King. He blinks away. Nice buyback. Where did he blink? To the right side. MTS also out of there. So buyback being juked out. And now power goes right back to farming.
Tier 3 was still taken. Bot lane, the range racks ended up going down, and how many resources do you have for one more push? Roche is going to be up in probably another 5 to 8 minutes, and power gaming is perfectly content to just wait it out. Both lanes are going to be pushing, or just bot, but I guess they could really just send Forge Spirits and Manta Illusions to siege the last remaining 250 HP of this melee racks mid, but power gaming are so strong, mainly with Invoker.
Mushi's about to die back here. Easy blink Yules Invoker combo.
Go for it.
He just laid the scan earlier, so he knows somebody is relatively close and behind. He's gonna make the play.
He's trying to avoid the ghost footsteps.
Is he waiting for a
wants
teammate?
Mushi to blink.
No, you could use him, and he. But the shield blocks it, I think? I'm not sure. Alright, Tornado, okay. In the air, waiting for the team, and now. Oh, he's out! He's on the south, and Mushi makes it home Sunstrike for a little bit of vision. That shield too good.
That was the right play. I think that. Yeah, there's no way that DDZ could have played that any differently, I don't think.
Well,
They just had to do-
there was a split second where the refraction was down, but Mushi popped it back up. Like, I guess you have to use him immediately in that moment when the refractions
Right.
are down. But that was hard to catch and find.
Still, that would have just been a bonus kill, because right now, power gaming, they can do whatever they want. The map is their oyster right now.
Yep. I guess you could wait for Roche. It's going to be a slower respawn here. But I have a
Fnatic's going for a smoke gank. I
Okay.
don't know if it's going to yield them anything.
They need to force DZZ to use the Yules and also pop the Lincolns. And then Omnislash can actually do something. But until then, look at
Until
him.
then.
Okay, they see him. But they can't go on him. Ping out Ohio. Smoke
He's
is running
smoked
out.
up. Yeah, it's gonna wear out, and this observer ward's gonna see him, but he wisely moves away before the smoke duration ends. It's very tough for Fnatic. Like, they have no vision on the map, and Radiant has so much vision. With one lane constantly being pushed, the presence of a BOT invoker in any given lane at any given moment, the map just isn't safe, and there's nothing that Mushi can do. Like, he can't farm anywhere. This Juggernaut can't farm anywhere. Raven ended up going for a Diffusal Blade, which I guess, what, to purge off Cold Snap, maybe the silence, but maybe the amp
Break.
damage, but
Brick Lincolns mostly. Like, I think this game they win, or they have a chance. They don't win. They have a chance if they could burst down one of the cores, whether it's the Drow or the Invoker, and it's just an extra way to break Lincolns to set up a Burrow Strike or let loose an Omni Slash. It's a long shot, but it's a shot.
I see, yeah. That's what they're gonna have to rely on, but I mean, DDC has 2.6k HP, even if they do manage to break his Lincolns, catch him, not have him use his Yules or Deafening Blast, like, it's gonna take so many resources just to kill one core.
I mean, the sad news is that even if they kill him, he buys back and BOTs him. Like, it's just...
Yep.
I don't know. I think right now you can see that Power Gaming is just making a safe play, waiting for the Roche. Mosen's gonna pop into check. Not up yet. I guess I could just sit Mosen here and wait. So, real fast...
4 stuff, you know, he's happy.
Yeah. I know we were singing praises for Slaughter. DDZ is playing well. Lance has been playing well. How do you feel about the Ruby pick and, you know, how much he has done this game?
In the laning phase, he did a pretty good job at, you know, keeping Sand King from taking too much advantage of a Drow Ranger, but I think any support pick could have worked out. I haven't seen any 6 steals or anything like that, but, I mean, it was a comfort hero. And Mosen, he's been, you know, not dying as much as you usually see Rubik's die these days, so it was a fine pick. Anything that's safe, Power Gaming is using to their advantage.
DZZ ports in the face of 2 heroes, unafraid of anything. Right now, they are just pushing every single lane, making sure that when they go for Roche, there's some pressure into the base.
Uh-oh, Lance gonna find Ohio, or the other way around, maybe.
Okay, he's gonna be fine for now, because all the heroes are behind the hill. The Earth Splitter might hit, but no, the Force Staff gonna be there, so 1 ultimate down. Rock has not been committed yet. And Power should know that there is vision on top of the hill. They do Sunstrike it as well. Mushi's gonna get picked up here, but I think he's gonna be fine. He blinks out.
Force Staff is such a great eject button against Elder Titan in general. Like, it's impossible for him, especially with that nerf to the Echo Stomp range, to really hit more than like 2 or 3 heroes. And seeing as how literally everyone on Radiant has a Force Staff except for the Invoker, the chances of him being able to get a good setup for this Sand King to like Epicenter or to have a like 4-man Warlock stun with his Golem, like it's gonna be so difficult, and that's the only thing that Fnatic can rely on to actually win a fight.
Well, Ohio has somehow got to this top plateau undetected, and it could be a big one. How do you do Roche without vision there? Okay, he blinks away, so not punished.
Yeah, but the trap in the pit is detonated, and now, okay, another one gets placed.
Old DZ moving forward. Sees Mushi. Ooh, he gives it away. Mushi pops his shield back up. He'll be fine. It's like cat and mouse over here.
It is, and I'm glad that Power Gaming is playing.
Okay, they got DDZ on a stun, but there's no follow-up. He's gonna run away. Mushi's in the air. The stuns are not hitting. The Rock only hitting Lance. DDZ on the backline kills Ohio, and now the Rock's gonna go down instantaneously. MTR looking for the re-jump. Going forward, 2-man stun, and the Rock, the combo, look at him go! AU immediately dead, now focusing on Mushi. Mushi with the amp, look at how much damage he's taking to the right-click. Raven gonna go down, and Power is gonna eliminate Fnatic from TS6. I say that though, no GGs or tap just yet, but Fnatic really in a bad shape. AO is gonna die back. Demon also gonna die here. AO somehow being spared here. He's gonna survive. Is it gonna be Sunstrike? No, he makes it to the fountain. And Power Gaming now focusing on the melee racks.
It's not over till it's over, but man, what a fight. Like, they got the jump on the Invoker, and they almost got the Gust, but even if you landed both those things right now, TA blinks out, DDZ on the run with his 1,000,000 move speed. He can't be touched by any of these Fnatic heroes.
DDZ moving forward, does not care, goes in, deafening blast, pushing 2 back. Raven purges himself, but will die to the right click of Invoker, yields Meteor. Nice blink out by Mushi, will save himself, but DDZ is close to 1v5 territory. And you just don't see that in this level of gameplay. He want to fight again. Yeah, all my spells are back off cooldown thanks to Octarine. Goes for Ohio. He's dead. GG's called out, but DDZ still having some fun. Ultra kill. Give him the rampage, please. Mushi's the last one to go. DDZ working hard, and he will get the rampage before the throne goes.
You don't need subtitles to know that Power Gaming just ran truck on Fnatic. There was nothing that they could do after this Invoker managed to pick up his... I mean, I guess the Blink Dagger, you know? I have nothing against a Blink Dagger if you can turn it into a snowballing effort like Power Gaming just did. And congratulations to them. They're going to move on to the finals of Summit 6 qualifiers for Southeast Asia.
Yeah, and the final will have Faceless Gaming, Ice Ice Ice, Black, Warnut, XY, as well as Jabs. A very formidable team. I think they dropped like 1 game in total in the whole upper bracket, so it's going to be a good team. Now, they're the team that originally knocked Power Gaming to the lower bracket, but it's going to be a fresh new best of 5, so it should be a very exciting series. Any final words, Tsunami, before we take a relatively long break?
I'm confident that Faceless, you know, they managed to make it all the way to the finals. I am assuming relatively untouched, and seeing as how they're the ones to knock Power Gaming down, I mean, most people would have given Fnatic the edge in this series, but seems like don't sleep on the kids for Power Gaming.
Right, so I believe the rules have it that we have to take a 30-minute break because, well, these guys just played a best of 3. They're going into a best of 5, so we want to give them a break. I think that's the case. I'm going to put up a 30-minute countdown. Hopefully, by the end of that, we'll have Dota for you. We might have it sooner, we might not. We'll see. We'll be back, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the cast. The next best of 5 will be Faceless versus Power Gaming coming up in 30 minutes. See you in a bit.